I feel like the dance floor is coming back. I'm sort of burnt out on bottle service. Bottle service was cool when people were spending $20,000 because that's fucking impressive. To spend $1,000 and then be a couple bucks short on your rent, that's not impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
What about the comp bottles too?
That's the worst. If you're getting a comp bottle, you should be paying me. Like, I'm not playing shit for you. You know what I mean? Like, you're nothing. You're not part of this room whatsoever.
Well, all right. Battle raps, cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Let's go, champ. Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special guest on the couch, my boy from back in the day who I haven't seen in a minute.
It's been a minute.
So it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, baby.
The Heartbreak Kid himself. As of now, still Dre Wicked.
Forever Dre Wicked.
Forever Dre Wicked.
Forever Dre Wicked. But we got to come up with something. I've been playing around a couple of different names and different personalities, and I'm liking them.
Testing some stuff out.
We're getting ready to hit the road, so maybe that fresh new thing is what we need.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm a new man myself. I didn't change my name, but I've definitely grown into something different than I used to be.
No more penis stickers?
No more just penises, no more penis stickers. I'm actually gay now. So
that's actually a lot to take in.
Same for me, actually.
That's actually wild. Pause. So like you're in a DJ booth, it's like now it's like guys on your shoulders now?
Yeah, dudes in leather straps on my shoulders with gimp masks on. That's my new thing.
Okay.
No, I'm less wild. I'm more tame. I've been tamed. I found a woman who just is so incredible that I'm loving this new version of myself. It felt like when I was doing the send nude stuff, I could never top that. It always felt like that was the fucking top of the mountain.
I mean, that was pretty awesome. Like
it was a good time.
That was awesome.
But this is better, to be honest.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
It's good. I'm actually having the kind of like the opposite thing going on.
What do you got going on?
So it's like I was in that like having a significant other, and then it's like missing the rest of everything else. I feel like.
Was it though? Because your whole thing was a baddie that gets you baddies, or there was some kind of tagline, right?
We dated girls together a bunch. I wouldn't say I was the baddie bagger, but the baddie bagger. But we did girls together, and it was fun.
The bagger of baddie Vance.
So I'm trying to think of how to put it into a perspective. There's one song of guys like I can't do the relationship thing because it's just going to come with expectations where you're going to always be disappointed.
Yeah,
and it's great, like and then again, like we were together for like 8 years, so, and then we lived with each other, worked with each other, so 8 years. We were together 24 years, so.
What? How does that work? It's like dog years.
So like think about it like this. All right, okay. So think about it like this. So
give me the
married couple. It's Monday morning. He's going off to work. She's whatever she's doing. He's coming home from work late, and they spend an hour or two with each other, and then that's it. He go hang out with his boys. She go hangs out with her girls. It's like to me. It's kind of like a normal relationship dynamic, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's off to their own thing. With us, we didn't never do anything separate. It was her friends are my friends. My work is your work. Your side of the bed is my side of the bed.
Right.
Your juice is my juice. It's like, so in my opinion, I think like we spend 3 times the natural amount with,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're together 25 years.
So with your analysis of that, do you feel like you overdid it? If you were going to do the relationship thing again, would you not do that?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I don't see a relationship getting better than that one. So if I'm going to do a relationship, I would definitely want to do it just like that.
Okay. No, that's, yeah. Okay.
Just
so
like
you
that
like
again.
it. You're saying it was 24 years, but in a positive way.
Yeah, it was a positive way. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, we're in a new time. Being like locked in with somebody forever and marriages lasting 30, 40 years, I just feel like it's a lot more scarce than it used to be. And yeah, so for me, I mean, it do a lot, you know. It's you're with your certain someone, I'm sure, like when you first start, it's one thing, and then eventually it progresses or decreases in this area or that area. And there's nothing wrong with having, like, you know, something new. There's nothing wrong with you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So.
What so if this is too personal, I mean we just started, but if this is too personal, let me know. We could switch it over to like some DJ talk, but this is very interesting to me because you said you don't think you could get a relationship better than that. Right. So why is it over?
So relationships are, okay, anything you do in life, there's a certain level of sacrifice in order to, you know, to have the benefits that come with that. And again, once you're inside of one cycle for so long, you know, the sacrifices and the benefits you might, and maybe it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing for her too. Is you just want something different. You want something different after so long, and once the different thing is not like frowned upon, or it's not like a big issue, or it matters so much, it's cool.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you referring to?
Okay, in a sense, you get tired of the same thing.
In terms of like, you're talking about having sex with the same woman, or you're talking about
I'm
just
talking about
eating at the
everything.
table
like
with the same woman?
If
like
I
what?
have 24 years of the same meal, it's the same thing. If I have 24 years at the same job in the same building, it's the same thing. Naturally, when you're doing something so long, I feel like everybody craves some more. Like going in from like even DJing, like let's take it out of DJing is like, instead of being in the same club as the same residency, maybe I want to try a new residency, a different environment, a different music style. I just feel like it's the same thing with everything.
Yeah.
Like naturally. I feel like even like the couples that are like, we've been together 50, 60 years. You know, I mean, maybe their sacrifice that they decide is like, oh no, we don't want to do nothing new. You know, we're fine where we are. But, you know, every situation, when you continue to do it, is going to take a certain toll on everybody.
For sure.
So to me, it's like to that situation specifically. And then you can even throw DJing in there. Like being at the same place, I just rather try new places, try new things. Instead of just being a DJ or a resident DJ, let me be a promoter. You know, let me try to do my own thing. And, you know, it's the same way with that. Like, you know, hey, this is whatever it is, you know, not progressing to whatever levels. Or you want something different, just go ahead. Why not?
Yeah. Well, you're smart to become a promoter instead of a DJ, because that's where the money's at.
Man, if I could figure out how to own a club, and I think that's where the real, it's like every level you go up, there's a higher level you can go to.
Yeah, of course. Which is a good thing, because if you're feeling like you're at the top and there's nothing to aspire to, what are you doing? You're doing something wrong, I feel like, at that point.
I mean, every perspective goes both ways. You could be happy with staying where you are. Comfortability is happiness.
Comfort is death, I feel like, a little bit.
Yeah.
Comfort, when you get too comfortable, you're too complacent, you're not striving for anything because you feel like you've done it. To me, that's terrifying.
To me, it goes both ways. I look at it like an old Rocky movie. Like sometimes I'm trying to chase greatness. Sometimes I just want to hang back with Adrian and fucking, I don't know, go shopping or something. So it's, you can, and maybe that's the thing too. I'm older as well. You know, going into the 30s is like I'm okay with picking up a task, picking up a quest, and then, you know, after conquering that or whatever the case may be, not having to pick up another one. I don't have to, you know, rushing to keep going and, you know, what's next? You know, like Diddy's like, I get whatever I want. Like, whatever. What's next? I need the next thing. Wow, that was Diddy reference. Is crazy, right?
Well, if you get, yeah, this I'm saying, like, if Diddy is your Northern Star, you may want to rethink just a few things. He's done great things. Let's not discredit that. But
my perspective was in the non-diddler baby oil category, you know. So, you know, some people are good at things and bad at other things, and I'm not focusing on the Diddy bad things.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Now, then the next thing could go Kanye West. Now it's like, yeah, we're getting into dangerous territory. But any conqueror of anything, you know, it exhibits that. What's next? I'm not Kanye West. Like, I could just chill. You know, I'm not Diddy neither.
You're Dre Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah, cut that and separate those far away from each other. When
the Diddy Kanye joints.
Yeah, all of that. Let's just break those all down into different segments now.
So I remember we talked during the pandemic when me and Dolo were doing the live streams and shit, and me and you were planning on doing a show about having girlfriends that let you be with other women, because we both had that at the time.
Right.
Now this is 4, 5, 6 years later, maybe 5, 6 years later.
Well, pandemic was 20, right? So we're like,
it's 25. Yeah, it's 5 years later.
5 years later. Okay.
You did that. Do you still think that that's a viable option?
So it again, like when everything about 2020, 2016, and 2024, all of, to me, is like different, I don't know, centuries, you know, when it comes to all of those different things. So when something like that will work, it wouldn't be today, you know. And then it was like, even being in a relationship as long as I was, and now being single and dating, is like, yo, the dating world is different from what it was a long time ago.
How so?
I feel like
these hoes are entitled, huh?
The hoes are entitled is a great way to put it. I feel like you know, women, and this might be a wild take. Fuck, let me brace myself. But I feel like women are, in a sense, hip to, like, I have options that I could do. I'm not, oh, I need a boyfriend. Oh, I need a husband. Oh, I need my family. Like, they're not into, they're more like, I can do what I want to do, you know?
They're on their Rihanna shit.
I don't know. Rihanna's got a man, right?
No, but I feel like she
was...
was...
Cardi B shit.
Cardi B
Kim
shit.
Kardashian shit. Yeah. That's what I think. It's like, oh, well, this isn't going the way I want it to go. I could do something else. And so it's like, with girls having those options and that mentality, like, that's some shit that I just couldn't imagine back, like, when I was single before. Like, what do you mean you don't want a relationship? You cool with just keeping our options open? Like, what do you mean? Like,
they flipped it.
I guess, how did you flip that? Like, what the fuck? Like, no, you're happy about having options. Like, you rather not be tied down. It's like, what? That shit's tough. I mean, it's easy the day before. Like, you want a relationship. I'm the guy that you want to be with. So, you know, you're kind of just like seeing how that goes. But now it's like, I'm in a tryout, right? I'm gonna try out with the exes, the new guys, the food guy, the Uber guy.
You got to outperform everyone.
Yeah. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend time in other competitions. I mean, I'm fine with, like, the dating style now. It's just like, you gotta get used to it. It's different.
It's different.
You know?
But I asked that because I feel differently. I feel like I learned a lesson from that. I don't think, like, I truly believed when I was 20, when I was even 30. I mean, I'm 35 now. We're talking about 5 years ago. Yeah. When I was 29, 30. Like, I truly believed in my heart that, like, there is a woman out there for me that's gonna let me fuck other women. And now that's not, I don't believe that anymore because I don't think it's a viable option. I don't think it works. I think it's like a fantasy.
So this is the thing. Okay, I'll break this down in that sense, the way I look at it now. So I looked at it differently before. I look at it different now. So even if you do find somebody that's okay with it, it's like, at what point is that good? So it's like a double-headed sword. Like, if you're okay with me being with somebody else, how do you feel about me not being with other people? You know what I'm saying? How strong is your jealousy? And how valuable is your jealousy? Because in relationships, jealousy is very valuable. From what I know, like I've met some older couples who are like, oh, we're swingers, and I like watching my wife. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so maybe that's different. They let them be the outliers. But in a natural relationship, jealousy is a strong thing. Like, I don't want you being friendly. I don't want nobody else having access to you. I don't want nobody else, whatever the case may be. So that's strong. And the value in having two people that are jealous about each other is that's what that is. Mm-hmm. The pros and cons that come with that versus the pros and cons that come with you're not as jealous and we're sleeping with other girls. You're
saying, like, if they don't care about you doing that, how much do they actually care?
Yeah,
about
in a sense, I feel like they go hand in hand with each other. Like, I mean, you could rationalize, oh, we're fucking girls together, so it's okay. But if you're still like, oh, if you fuck somebody while we not fucking girls together, it's like you're gonna have a problem in the ways you think about it.
Yeah, it's just it's like a scenario. It's just it's a problem causer. It's a whole nother thing. It just like throws a wrench in something that's already hard. To be in a relationship with somebody and like really make it work and devote yourself to it and commit, that's a hard thing in and of itself.
But see, here's my dilemma. All right, and here I give this one first. It's the dating inside of a relationship is kind of like the COVID shots. All right, in the sense that it seems like it's working, but we don't know what's getting ready to happen over the next few years. All right, so that's one perspective of it.
Are you about to get my YouTube channel striked with vaccine talks?
I didn't even recognize that I was getting ready to get both of us shadow banned.
Yeah, bro.
But where were we at? What were we talking about? I'm missing now.
You were talking about an analogy between COVID shots and relationships.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So now we're talking about relationships, and I'm going to give the most fucking what did they call Andrew Tate? What they used to call him?
The top dog.
Misogynistic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is going to sound very
top G.
The top G. This is going to sound very, in a sense, misogynistic. All right. Okay. So think about this. It's 1948.
All right.
And the old lady takes a provocative picture and posted it up on the town bulletin board, and everybody can come by and like it or not. It's kind of like how Instagram is. Like, you're going to put yourself out there to be, and in a sense, everybody knows when you're taking pictures that are supposed to be meant for the family and keepsakes versus thirst traps and questionables, and I'm just trying to look cute and all of that. It's like that. Doing that would be so frowned upon at that point in time. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you seeking attention from anybody? I feel like social media, amongst with TV shows, amongst with all of these suggestions, are hard in itself in order to combat against healthy relationships. So with that being said, Instagram could be just as much to blame as dating girls. TV shows can be just as much to blame as any of that stuff. And yeah, it's already hard, but it's not like any of us are actively trying to prevent it from being harder, through any of those methods.
Yeah. So you think the culture of just where things are heading is just making relationships in general tough, much tougher than they used to be?
By far.
I think that's a fact for sure. Yeah.
I think by like not even a question. And
because attention is a currency now.
It's a currency.
Clout is a currency. Clout is attention, really.
I have
what
people
it is.
who hate me because I unfollowed them. Like
Yeah.
literally, like, why would you do that to me? Like, not that I don't have their number saved, not that I'm asking for their phone number the fourth time, not because I didn't tell them happy, because we're not social media files. They're like, why would you unfollow me?
Yeah. Well, I was a little upset with you when you had a bot messaging me from your account.
Yeah, see, and that's my apologies, man.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Wait, but okay. So what makes you unfollow somebody whose number you have saved in your phone? Somebody who you obviously know.
I'll keep it very simple, and people would never notice, and I can't. So because you have bots messaging you, because I have so many followers that come from so many things, and I'm getting into promo. The people who I follow are people who my assistant shouldn't message. Don't message these people. So if you're somebody that I don't want to invite you to a party because of whatever the case may be, like, you know, for instance, you, or like, you know, I don't want Sean Mack getting a bunch of invites from me, or DJ Ferris getting invites to the party, or photographers, they're getting invites to the party and they're all thinking they're booked. You know, so I separate my Instagram, try to be via business.
Okay, so it's a business move. It's not like somebody posted some shit and you were like, I don't want to see this.
No, I can mute you.
Right.
It's if I could just mute you and then you would never be upset at me, and you know, I can go look at your page when I want to. But that's literally all my pages. Always, as I went through being a promoter over the last few years and trying to, you know, figure out how to get to my promoter destiny, I just set my Instagram up to be something that I can use as a tool, and I use it as a tool.
Yeah.
You know.
So tell me about your transition into promotion.
So it started the pandemic, so it was good. You know, we had one of the 5 parties in the whole city of Chicago, so you know, it was easy.
Everything shut down. You decide I'm gonna promote because I'm gonna throw a party because I know motherfuckers that want a party right now.
I needed the money. This is before I did my unemployment. And then they gave me $17,000. So we were in a pandemic, you know, we're not DJing.
The pandemic was tight. Looking back, that was a good time.
I thought I had it figured out. I had multiple jobs in nightlife. I DJ'd, I brought people, and I did the flyers. So now imagine, no club needs flyers now.
That's right. You were doing graphic design.
Nobody needs the DJs and nobody needs anybody there because, so it was like, all of my jobs had been taken away from me. It's like I got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everybody's so used to being in the city. You know, we had built up a good brand between ourselves, you know, as we were trying to, you know, be our DJ self.
When you say ourselves, who are you talking about? You run a promo company with other people?
Yeah. So I ran a promo company. When we started, it was with me, you know, my ex, and then Drip, and a handful of people. So when we started working through that, we had like the one spot that was remotely close to the city that you could have more than 50 people there. You didn't have to only section social distance, and we could stay, you know what I'm saying? We could stay open to a certain time. So like everybody in the city were like, put up glass walls. You only could party in a section, 25 people in this venue. Every 3 sections had to be empty. And then we had Cicero. Cicero was just like no more than 100 people. So there was like a goal. You didn't have to wear a mask. You didn't need a vaccine card or any of that. So everybody's just like, well, fuck, we could have 100 people in the same room together. This shit was like crack. Like everybody wanted a piece of it. So
yeah, we
had that going, and we built a business plan around that. And of course, when everything opened up, you know, everybody started dispersing to, you know, different places. You go from 5 clubs to 50 clubs. It's obvious what, you know, it's going to be diluted. So we built a business plan around that, and then it kind of like, as soon as that pandemic was over, you know, it kind of got like everything was that slow. Everything wasn't what we thought it was. We made an entire business plan, and none of it worked. So, but honestly, from DJing to promoting and being able to, you know, go from 1 party to 5 parties to I'm in charge of 10 DJ sets, and now I can DJ, I can promote. I'm making the DJ money, the graphic money, and the promo money all doing my own events and building myself up, that shit was like a dream come true.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know, so
how many parties right now are you doing weekly?
right now I have 3, and then I have one else, and then I'll have probably like 7 in the next month. But see, my thing is I'm trying to become like the person who created Uber for parties. So, you know, my thing has been putting together a system and, you know, having teams work together so that way, you know, I could do multiple parties. It was one time right after the pandemic, I did 3 brunches at one time. You know, one of them did really good, one of them profited, the other one didn't. But it was like, you know, having a team of people that's like-minded with me that wants to make some money, you know, promoting and bringing people out. And yeah, we do multiple parties, 2 parties in one day. Sometimes it's things and ups and downs, you know, a lot of kickback, but you know, to me it works good, and that's, you know, what I'll keep doing.
So explain to me Uber for parties. Like, what's the vision? Somebody presses a button and they get picked up and taken to a party?
So in a sense, it's not exactly Uber, but think about it like this: the person who created Uber doesn't drive the cars, he doesn't pick up the customers,
right?
He doesn't spend the gas, he doesn't do any of that. So in a sense, what the vibe for like the Uber or party thing is that you know what makes a good party: a good promoter, a good DJ, good marketing, good venue, and all of that stuff. So in a sense, you kind of just like put all of those pieces together and kind of make it run itself. So
is there an app involved in your vision? Are you trying to?
No, it's not an app. Again, it's just like gathering a group of people, gathering a team, and you know, different cities, different places of people who want to do it. You know what I mean? At some point in time, whatever club is going good has gathered a good team, and they're promoting that event. So, you know, it's just like, can I find 20 good teams? Can I put together 30 good teams? You know, the event doesn't have to make $10,000. It can make, you know, $1,000 if I'm doing 100 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of like the connection with it, is that I don't have to own the club. I don't have to be the only marketing for the event, and then you know, I have a big team to help me.
That's dope. So, do you have a name for, like, I mean, essentially, you want to make a production company, right, or an events company?
Yeah, kind of exactly like an events company in a sense. I feel like nobody has put together something like this. And as I go through the trials and tribulations, I see why. But
well, what about like you know, a fucking bar mitzvah company? You know, someone that's throwing a party and they call these people up and they say, "Hey, I'm having a party on this date. Bring me a DJ. Bring me dancers. Bring me lights. Bring me this and that." Like, is that?
So it's the opposite, right? It's like somebody calls you and say, "I'm having a bar mitzvah party. I'm gonna let you bring all of the family and friends for me." So it's like that having a production company, having all that stuff works good. Like when you're booking, like, you know, it's just like being a DJ. Like somebody books you, you go, you take your equipment, you perform, you know, and but this is like, you know, we're the promoters for all of the venues. So we want the door, we want the percentage of the bar. So instead of just getting paid a flat rate for bringing equipment and, you know, entertainment, we're bringing entertainment and the equipment so that way we can catch the gate profit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, if somebody puts on a tour, like Chris Brown puts on a tour or whatever, and he's going everywhere, and then he's getting a percentage of all of the doors and everything. Mm-hmm. It's like doing that without having to be Chris Brown.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm just coordinating as many parties as I can with as many teams as I can to kind of like flow.
So the only thing you need really is the space to do it in, and then you're doing everything else. You have a room to gather people in and sell alcohol. Mm-hmm. You're handling everything else. Everything
else under that, you know. And then the thing about it is it's easy because most times when you have a club, the popping days are Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm. You know, there's many opportunities at many clubs for Thursday nights, Saturday brunches, Sunday brunches, and Sunday nights. So I really don't even need a rental fee. If I can bring a venue some revenue, I'm literally going into a business situation with, you know, no money down other than my marketing budget. And you know, most clubs, don't charge cover on their hot days. You know, charge a cover to their late. So bringing people in for them, they're happy. You know, you can bring me $5,000-$10,000 in liquor sales on a day that I don't have anything going on. Please, what do you need? I'll help you out. So that's how it goes.
Okay, dope. I like that. So you're, what's the name of your promo company?
So it was I Heart Wicked, and then it was Heartbreak Chicago, and you know, honestly, they're like little sub companies into like the bigger picture, because it's always supposed to been, you know, we should be in 20 locations. So every location should have a brand for, you know, for it represented. So, you know, you could pick whatever company name and, you know, do it in that sense. So, but yeah, it was Wicked. Then it was Heartbreak Chicago. And now I have Vampires. That's what I was thinking about changing my name to. Like, I've been thinking like Dracula or fucking Dre Vampire or something like that. I don't know.
Dre Vampire, Black Dracula.
Vampire Drizzy. I don't know. Something along those
Vampire
lines.
Drizzy. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, so.
No, what about like a Nosferatu?
R2 Dre 2.
R2 Dre 2. That's a more of a Star Wars theme.
Well, since we're just brainstorming shit, fuck, like, what else? Dradana. It'd be like I could dress up in a white wig and be like a Madonna.
Okay, you're going drag. Drag's hot right now.
You know, the thing is that we need the gimmicks. Gimmicks are getting booked more than skills now.
For sure, yeah.
So,
or like a theme. Do you do a lot of theme parties? I feel like themes are hot right now. If you can.
I think that, see, I don't do a lot of theme parties, and it's just because most of my parties are kind of like put together through a bunch of different assets. So connecting into a theme is really like, takes a little bit more planning into, you know, the system. So not really, but I do have some themes coming up, and I do them sometimes, and they do work better. I got a cowgirl theme this Thursday, and I wish there was enough space to bring a mechanical bull.
That's always fun. It's always a good time. I've ridden a couple bulls in my day.
Maybe if you didn't retire, you could have been the bull, and then we could have just put everybody on your shoulders, and then you just...
I just try and buck them off.
Yep.
I think I'd be pretty undefeated. I don't think anyone's hanging on, to be honest.
What is the longest time somebody can hang on to your shoulders?
I'd say 4 seconds, maybe.
So at 3 seconds, are you just like taking like a back dive to make sure it's getting done?
I mean, I'm bucking. I'm bucking, dog.
Where are you at these days? What are your residencies? Are you still at that dance club?
Dance club? Where?
The strip club?
Oh, Polecats?
Yeah.
No, I was doing Polecats on Wednesday. God, that was such a nice check. I missed that place. It's far as fuck, though. I have been doing John Boy, Bodega, Tao, Joy District. What else? I think that's really it. It's the main stuff I've been doing over the last couple months. Is that it? Do I play anywhere else? Tunnel. I've been doing Tunnel. Liquor Box. Jesus Christ. I was doing Liquor Box. Was like my only weekly residency. I completely forgot about that. But I'm about to switch. I think I'm just going to be doing Celeste.
Okay.
Like
so,
I'm going to...
like old school house? Or
I'm going to sign on with them. I'm going to be doing the disco.
Disco.
Yeah. I'm really looking for a team to work with the same way that like I was involved with Bottle Blonde, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite way to do it, is to be part of something where everyone's got the same vision and we're growing something and all working together to accomplish goals.
Yeah.
And that has been the hardest thing to find ever since
Bottle
Blonde, really.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I can see that.
Everyone has a different vision in the nightclub because everyone's given a specific task, and like all you can think about is your task to complete. The way you make your money is through your task. You know, VIP host, the more tables he can book, the more money he can make. Right. So he doesn't give a shit about anything else. That's all he cares about. It's not about a long-term goal. It's not about the room itself. It's about selling tables. So, hey, someone wants to spend $1,500, but they want to hear hip hop, play some hip hop so I can make my money. You know what I mean? It's a battle. Everyone's battling each other, which is why I think it's one of the reasons things aren't great right now. Shouts to Long Drink for sponsoring the podcast. Absolutely the best cocktail you can get out there. That's exactly what it is. A cocktail in a can. It's not a seltzer, as you can tell. It's not one of those stupid, long, skinny cans that makes you look like an idiot stick when you're drinking it. This is good stuff. Anyone I give one of these to asks me what it is, where they can get it, and why they haven't had it before. I'm putting people on. You guys are next. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the program. Go to your local liquor store. Target's got them. Wherever you can. Grab a long drink today. Enjoy. Watch the pod. Let's get back to it. Thank you. I mean, how do you feel about nightlife right now?
Man, to be honest, man, I don't know. I would say I'm kind of over it, especially the industry portion of it. I feel like it's always been political, and I'm terrible with politics. But I just feel like it's way smaller than it used to be. We have far less clubs, far less opportunities, and with the advancement and hype, I feel like of the DJ, now we have so many DJs, and I know for a fact that there are clubs that are paying DJs $100.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll name their names right now.
So the fact that like eggs went from fucking 99 cents to $11, and gas went up, doubled, and McChicken is not on a dollar menu anymore, but the DJ price has gone down. It's bro, it's what's wild. It's wild.
Crazy, right?
And it's just like it's no way to beat those politics. And then these DJs they're going to promote, they're going to bring people, they're going to post a bunch, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like if you haven't been grandfathered in to before the DJ cut off, before all of this, you have to have a very good relationship, or you're just bound to be, just in the fray.
Yeah, everything's relationships for sure. I mean, at the bottom of any business, I think it all boils down to relationships.
Yeah.
In the biggest chunk of it. But I will say these cheap DJs, as much as I like to complain about them and, talk shit, they do really let a DJ who knows what they're doing shine and give you the ability to ask for a nice check, because they're so rampant and everyone's so used to hearing that. When they hear a DJ that's worth $1,000, it makes sense to them,
Yeah, I mean, and then you have to be able to be at that threshold too, to where you're talented and established and skilled enough to, have that discrete difference. So I feel like it's levels. I feel like it's levels to DJing. I feel like if you broke it down into like 5 levels, on a talent scale, you're definitely like at the top, and then, great branding and marketing and, brand recognition and footprint online. Like, definitely at the top. So it's like having to even play in situations with level 1 DJs, I just feel like it shouldn't be that way. I feel like you should have to go through some type of apprenticeship or you should have to have a certain level. Like there should be, like, to be a lawyer, there's a bar exam. There should be a DJ bar exam.
I like that. That's a good concept. I like that.
Maybe it doesn't take you 10 years, but
some sort of test you have to pass.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a YouTube tutorial DJ.
You think it would be a written test, or you think it'd be like a performance test, like a driving?
I think that,
or maybe both.
I think that it should be both.
Separate portions.
Like if I ask 10 good DJs a certain question, they would look up and they would all answer it the right way if they're good DJs, And I feel like people who aren't, they don't have that knowledge or experience. You know, you have to go through so many trials, like even being a nurse and clinicals and trials and shadowing before you can, you know. And I feel like the art of DJing doesn't even have any like outline. You could be, I pre-did my set, and everybody like that's the way to go. And you could be like, oh, I play to the crowd, you know, whatever they're. Then I have something cooked up, and they're like, okay, that's exactly the way to go. You know, there's no outline for.
There's no right way to do it as long as you're doing a good job. It could be you could pre-plan your set, and if you're crushing the room, you're crushing the room. You could freestyle your set, and if you're crushing the room, you're crushing the room.
See, so then when I became a promoter, this is what changed my thought process on a DJ, and I kind of start DJing to this, is that crushing a room doesn't influence sales as much as controlling the sales. So now if I have a bunch of party music on and everybody is hype, everybody's mosh pitting and yelling and they're having the greatest time of their life, how many people are trying to sit and wait at the bar?
Yeah, you want to clear the floor a little bit. You want to let them relax a little bit and go get a drink.
So it's not, maybe it's not about clearing the floor. It's just different ways you can go at it. Like, so this is what, to me, one of the better nightclub DJ talent should be recognized is like, if I play music about putting my hands in the air, I have no drink. If I play music about everybody get a shot, everybody gets a shot. So now as a DJ, if I'm playing a room with 300 people and I can influence throughout my hour set, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, where it's a jump in people going to the bar because of the music that their subconscious is hearing.
Yeah.
I'm influencing, you know, whether how good I'm doing it, you know, a few $1,000s it could seem.
That's a really great point.
You know, if I say shot o'clock for everybody in the room, if I get on a microphone as an MC and say, in 10 minutes, we're doing a shot o'clock, I need everybody to have a shot in their hand. That can directly impact, you know, 250 drinks at $15 that, you know, could take a person to another level of litness to where they want to drink more now.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a great point.
So it's, to me, that should be, that is the one thing that you can actually calculate. That I don't think
liquor
people
sales.
take into, liquor sales. You know?
Hold on one sec. I got to pee real quick. Hold that thought. I have a question about the music.
Okay, bet.
Long Drink is a legendary Finnish favorite that's been around since the 1952 Summer Games. It's a deliciously refreshing blend of premium liquor, natural grapefruit flavor, and just the right amount of carbonation. Honestly, this is the stuff right here. White is sugar-free, blue is citrus, orange is peach, red is cranberry, black is extra strength, and they're all fire. New flavors dropping soon, so watch out for those. And they're just the best sponsor for this podcast. So the next time you're tuning in, make sure you crack open a Long Drink. Enjoy one while you're watching the show, because good vibes deserve great drinks. Let's go, champ. We're back to the episode. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. All right, so I got a question, because Dolo was talking about this actually on the pod we just did, is like music used to be about popping bottles and partying in the club. Now, no one's talking about that really. They're talking about different shit. So when you say playing a song that tells everyone to put their hands in the air, pretty much signifies that nobody's got a drink in their hand because they're able to throw their hands up. What kind of stuff are you playing off the top of your head where you're really focusing on driving liquor sales? Now, getting on the mic and saying shot o'clock, you could be playing anything. That's just good mic work. But the music itself, like, this is very interesting to me.
So, I mean, I kind of would categorize into artists. So if we went into, like, okay, I'll give you a good song that everybody can know. Congratulations by Post Malone. That song is a vibe. It's about celebration. Everybody knows it. So to me, there goes a good point for encouraging, let's celebrate with a drink. I add the mic work in there. The song runs, 2-3 minutes. we're going to get some people who want to have a toast, who want to have a drink, and say that. So that's a good song. You look, any hip hop song where it's of Yo Gotti to Young Money to Boss Man D-Lo, is all they're talking about is splurging and spending a reckless amount of money, and how they have more money than the next person, and tricking off, and you're encouraging, that's what you're doing. So, and then at the same time, dance music does the opposite, in my opinion. If I'm going to play the hottest twerk song, I'm going to encourage people to put their hands on their knees. And if you have your hands on your knees, it's not on a drink.
Now, is there a good balance between everything, where you're hitting a little twerk set and getting people going, but then coming back to the drinks and stuff? Or are you just you're like, these people they're puppets, and I need to get them to pull their money out? To me, I feel like when I'm DJing, I'm in control. Yeah.
So whatever I feel at that moment is what I want to do. And it's impulsive, but it's just like having moves. Like if I was a Mortal Kombat character, I have all of my move styles and sets. So I want to encourage bottle sales inside of situations where I feel like I can. So if I see one section gets a bottle and another section gets a bottle, I might say, hey, what is this, a bottle war? Now the idea is in your subconscious. So, and then that's really, really microphone work. I'm really into the microphone work. Now I do take pride in, like, I could do it without the microphone work. But if I really am trying to influence it, and clubs will tell me all the time, like, it's when we book you, you're selling bottles. That people are buying more bottles because of what you're saying on the mic, and we know that's because of what you're saying, and people don't say that or whatever. So
are you able to get a better check from that? Are you able to be like, thank you, I appreciate you recognizing that? Can you,
anybody that wants to recognize it will, and it goes that way. But at the same token, all of the people who are in my demographic, to where we're using that mic work and we're using that to influence liquor sales, for the most part, they're doing it the same way.
Yeah.
I like to look at, like, Sean Mack, or even Protege. Protege doesn't always talk on the mic, but if he's talking on the mic, he's encouraging people to get a drink, tip the girls, and just even those subtle suggestions. When you're playing for 400 or 500 people, it's going to seep into a lot of people at the back of their heads.
Yeah, I mean, you get 10%, it's 50 people.
Sean Mack could just be like, we not broken here tonight. We got money and we spending it. I'm spending money in my left pocket, in my right pocket. He's just going to say, and make you feel like if you're not spending money, then you're left out.
Yeah.
So, and if you are spending money, this is a salute to you. This is what you should be doing at this moment. You feel like, this is my duty. Where's the bottle girl? So, well, yeah, I feel like you should get a bigger check for that. And that's why, again, like, if you're having a DJ for $100 and he definitely doesn't have any clue about being in control of the music to dictate what the crowd is doing, because that's a skill, and it's something that you notice.
Yeah.
Like, DJs are playing songs that they hope the crowd likes, and then a good DJ is controlling the vibe. Ladies are in here. What's going to encourage ladies to drink? Nostalgia. If there's just ladies in here, let me play some old R&B and get them a vibe and get them singing. Get them ready to hold their drinks up in the air. How many drinks does it take? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's now the ladies will buy their own drinks because they're in the mood.
Yeah.
They want to feel sexy while they're drinking.
Yeah. That's real shit. That's real shit. But I will say, I'm at a point right now where I feel like we've ran the liquor sales, bottle sales, like nightlife, spend all your money thing into the ground, and bottle service to me is at the end of its lifespan. I feel like we're coming back to dance floors now. we're coming back to having fun and partying and not necessarily having to spend the money on bottles to get the recognition of the fucking sparklers, and you're at the table and everyone's pulling their phone out and it's a thing. Like, to me, that shit's at the tail end of its lifetime.
So with me, I have to experience that. I've had, we're in a different place to it. I'm completely opposite the experience. I feel like there's no way to bring the dance floor back, in a sense, because most people don't dance where everybody used to dance and try to learn how to dance. Everybody doesn't dance. It's not like the thing. And
but
then most people are attached to their phones.
What about with TikTok though? I mean, everyone's a fucking little TikTok dancer and everyone knows their little dances, and like, but it's stupid, but it does have an effect on the culture of just dance itself.
I think it does, but let me ask you this. How many TikTok dance songs are you playing in a night?
I'm not playing TikTok dance songs. I don't necessarily want people doing TikTok dances, but what I'm saying is just that's in the zeitgeist now. That's a thing. Just dancing. Like you said, like back in the day, it was dancing. That's what people did. That's what you went out for. You went out to dance.
I feel like everybody used to dance.
Yeah.
Everybody had to know how to dance and everybody danced. And now I feel like, even now with all of the TikTok dances, there's some dancers, but most people are viewers. They're likers, they're watchers, they're recorders. Opposed to like a party like in college, everybody was dancing with somebody, and nobody was really in their phones or back when it used to be minutes and certain text messages and you have to press a button 3 times to get to a letter. I feel like that wasn't it. So I feel like the more we're stuck in our phones. Like, I mean, if by some miracle they ban cell phones and we could go back to a better lifestyle, great. But as long as we have our phones, there's like a fight breaks out, you're not even like, can we be safe? You're just like, let me get this shit on camera.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we're there right now for sure, but also at the same time, don't you think people are more conscious about it now than ever? Doesn't it feel like the end of cigarette smoking? Like, everyone smoked cigarettes.
With sections?
No, the phone thing.
Nah.
Like, everyone was smoking cigarettes because it was awesome. Yeah. It's incredible. And then they started to realize, like, oh, this is bad for your health. And they stopped smoking cigarettes. I feel like we're coming up on that with cell phones. Like, everyone's been
using less?
I don't think that the use of them is less, but I think that the consciousness about not being on your phone as much is starting to prevail. I think people are longing for getting off of their phones. I think people are starting to realize they need to be off of their phones and they need to go out and maybe not sit at a section and record shit on their phones, but like, they're starting to realize that it's time to reintegrate into reality with other people and be social and like let loose a little bit and get off of their phones. Don't you feel like there's a bit of a conscious decision making there, or no? So, because like you talk to people and you're saying it right now. You're like, everyone's stuck in their phones and it's terrible. Mm-hmm. I think everyone's realizing how bad it is.
So I think that to me that'd be awesome, but I haven't experienced. That's how I am. I am, but I give you an example. Like, I spent a night with a young lady, and
how was she?
Whether it's good or bad, the thing is that in the morning, the first thing she's looking for is her phone. Yeah, she's running to her phone. She can't find her phone or her posh. Life's over.
Yeah.
So
how young was she?
26, 20. Somewhere in those 20s, somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. It depends on fuck. but no, I just feel like, I mean, literally, people need their phones to do everything, especially women. And I mean, like waking up in the middle of the night, it's phone pee, not even pee phone. Not even like brush your teeth, wash your face phone. It's not even crust out of your iPhone. It's just phone before crust, before toothbrush before yawn. Like phone before yawn is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a victim myself. I wake up, first thing I do is look at my phone because it's like that's going to dictate what's happening today. I could have a text message that from somebody that I'm like, oh, this is the most important thing that I need to focus on today. You know,
there's calendar. There's always been calendar. There's always been mail. There's always been email. There's already been constant communication. There's always the news. There's always been the access of information for all of time to where you get to that information. You know, needing to have it before you have anything else is just like, to me, is just like,
that's the development.
like I'm peeing before phone. Like I'm not phone and then pee.
That's good. I wish
might
I
even
could
be
do
like
that.
a sip of juice. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I want a sip of juice, I don't need my phone to go get a sip of juice or a cookie. Most people, I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm thirsty, let me check my phone first. For what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's got us by the balls.
And
That's a fact.
I've just seen it get worse. I've seen it get worse for every single person that I've been involved with on a close level, even family members. It's just like, even grandparents. It's like, why are you texting me back so fast, Granny? Your phone is in your hand. I'm on Facebook. Like, you're not playing solitaire. Like, you're just on Facebook scrolling, sending me reels. I'm in a relationship with my grandma. It's crazy.
I know. Yeah, it's wild. My mom, she'll be texting me memes that she got from like an email chain from like a website, like a BuzzFeed, you know, like we send each other shit, just Instagram, like, oh, look at this TikTok, look at this reel. My mom's doing that, but like the old person way, you know, it's insane. I mean, everyone's doing the same shit and we're all extremely addicted to our phones. But I also think that we're starting to realize that.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's gonna affect us in the way of, oh, I shouldn't be on my phone as much, so I'm not going to wake up and look at it first thing. I think it's going to be, oh, I shouldn't be on my phone as much. Let me put this in my purse and like go out and have fun.
Yeah, and I think that if we get there, I think that that'd be great for humanity. Because, I mean, literally. And the thing about it is like, say like you're out with somebody, you know, not whether it's a friend or if it's a date. Let's look at it like a date. It's like you could see somebody wishing they could check their phone in their face. You something that's good, like, oh my God, that's so funny. There's a meme that reminds me,
right?
So it's like I don't know. It's, to me it's something that I wish wasn't a thing.
Yeah, no, I feel you, but I think. Like in the same, like, don't you feel like you're working harder than ever to get liquor sales to be good enough when maybe in 2010 you just had to go in there and have fun and DJ and like not be conscious of like, let me make sure I'm getting these people to spend their money. They were just doing it because they were having fun. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So in a sense, it's like whenever I'm DJing, any expression of any skills that I have are good for me. So there was a time when I just DJ to try to prove that I had skills or that I could do it or that I could turn this crowd up. So to me, that was the goal. You know, can I impress the person that's booking me? Can I show that I can get this lit? Can I show that this transition that I have is better than whatever transition they heard before? So once it's like, now that's every time I DJ or whatever the case may be, it's like, what's the next skill? Like, I'm going to say some of the craziest shit on this microphone. I'm going to mix, like when stems came out, it's like I'm going to mix the most diabolical sounds together now because that shit is just crazy. Or, you know, I'm going to show somebody what an opener is supposed to be doing. You know, or I'm gonna, since you were right before me, you tried to play all the hits, Like, you know, and that's the young DJ thing. They're like, oh, fuck, I got 10 minutes left. Let me get to every single hit so I can. And it's like, now I just want to show you I can get this party better without playing no hits.
Yeah.
And so it's just like at the time, it's like whatever talent that I want to display is what, you know, I try to focus on in that moment. But to me, it's all still fun, other than when it's tied to promotion that's being stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the door girl is texting me, or these people are outside, or I'm in the middle of a 3-song transition where all of these songs are going to be 1 minute, and somebody's blowing my phone up because they're outside right this very second.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if I'm not answering in 3 minutes, he's not answering. Like, not this very second, but you forget that I could have been DJing. I'm not sitting down. So it's like that, and then I hate dangerous DJ situations where, and again, what I could just do is just don't play dangerous type of music. But like if I'm in like a urban party or something, and I don't know if I can play this rapper's music because they into with this person or whatever the case may be, like, am I even in that situation? This person is here, so like for instance, there's this girl, her name I think is Asian Doll. I think she came in a club and she's like Kings Von's ex or something like that, and the people that he was into it with, that I had no idea that they were, it was like, you know, there was even a beef between these people. I played the song and she like lost her top and was like, don't play that. You can't play that. I'm like, so that's the bad situation. And the situation to where there's a shitty sound system, those are the only two situations where it's, I hate a shitty sound system.
Yeah.
So
I feel you. And knowing what music you can and can't play is terrifying, actually. Because if you're in a situation where you play the wrong song and it really means something to somebody, that's a dangerous situation usually. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not just like I'm upset. It's like I'm disrespected, and now, which
doesn't make any sense, because how am I supposed to know?
Right. 100%.
But it has been, you know, the few times that it happened, it's just like, why are you blaming me? Like, nobody told me what list of songs not to play in here.
Yeah, I didn't get the memo.
But it is definitely frustrating and irritating. But I mean, other than that, everything is good. Like going into a situation to where you got files corrupted, and, you know, having to make adjustments quick, or having to play off somebody else's laptop because your laptop isn't connecting to the hardware because whatever. And you know, even those situations are fun. I get lost in DJing, you know, like 12 songs before I even focus. Like if you're talking to me, you're gonna be like, it's like you can't really talk to me because I'm not just getting ready to change the song. I'm trying to figure out what am I playing after this. Or it's a song that I want to play at 110 and I'm at 103. So now I'm trying to map out how to get there. So it's like I get into DJing, I just be lost.
Yeah. No, it's a good time. It's really fucking fun when it's not stressful. Yeah. And you're juggling a bunch of shit and you're trying to please a whole room full of people and get liquor sales to where they need to be. That's my whole thing, is like, what you're saying is right, and I feel that deeply. We need, that's a skill we all need to have. Yeah, you need to be able to tell people it's shot time. Yeah, if it's your birthday tonight, it's shot time. Let's go. We're drinking. Let's party. But also, I just want to be able to play music and like have a dance floor. I feel like the dance floor is coming back, and it excites me a little bit. I'm sort of burnt out on bottle service. And also because, like, what are you really spending? People are spending like $1,000 now, which is a lot of money, granted. but they're acting like they're dropping 20,000. You know what I mean? It's like you're bottle service was cool when people were spending $20,000 because that's fucking impressive. That's actually impressive. To spend $1,000 and then maybe be a couple bucks short on your rent, that's not impressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
What about the comp bottles too?
That's the worst. If you're getting a comp bottle, you should be paying me. Like, I'm not playing shit for you. You know what I mean? Like, you're nothing. You're not part of this room whatsoever.
I feel like going into the dark area of requesters. It's a very dark place for all DJs. But one hand, I used to like it because it used to let me know what people might wanted to hear in the room if I wasn't too familiar. Then on the other hand, it's like there's 200 people in this room. If I was to be fair and I gave everybody a song request, I wouldn't even have enough time. So why do you? And then I hate I feel like it's impolite to just, hey, can you play this for me? Instead of like, hey, how you doing? This is my name. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're doing great.
You know,
thank you.
Do you need a drink? Like, I appreciate you. We're having so much fun tonight. Like fuck, like, oh, we're gonna even act like we're not gonna be polite. We're not gonna even ask him. We're just gonna write it down and hold it up to him and send him facial expressions of disgust if he doesn't do it.
Yeah, people they just don't get it because everyone's so entitled, and that's the thing. Is like a request is cool to gauge a room maybe that you're not super familiar with, or even a new song that there's so many fucking songs coming out, I can't keep up with them all. So, you know, a request might put me onto some new shit that I like. But the entitlement of like, where's my song? I requested this song. Where is it? That's when it gets crazy. Yeah.
It's like, or my favorite thing to hate about requests is, do you have this song? You're a DJ. How do you not have this song? Like, do you not know the infinite amount of songs that exist?
Yeah.
Why is this particular song a must have? Like, do you know like how much space I would have to have on my computer, even if I did have all songs available? That would be ridiculous.
Or like, just pull it up on YouTube.
Let me plug my phone in.
Yeah, let me plug my phone. I have the song. I'll plug my phone in. Like, what are you doing? That's crazy. That's like, that's mad disrespectful.
Bro, it's that, and then artists, people whose birthday it is, it's like whatever reason that you think that you're supposed to have the song, like I don't know.
Artists was something I dealt with in Houston a lot. There was a lot of like local artists that were like, yo, play my shit.
Flash drives handy.
Flash drives, airdrop, whatever it may be. But then, you know, you coming up in the booth with a big fucking shiny ass necklace, and you got your nice drink and your expensive coat and shit, and then you want something from me, and I'm like, run, you know, give me a couple bucks.
So what?
And they get shook. I'm like, don't act rich around me and not be rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
What if they come and just drop a blue 100 right there? How do you feeling about that?
I'll take 100 for a request of like music that people know. I'll take 100 for like a Migos song or a Bad Bunny song. But if you want me to play your song that nobody knows,
what's the number?
That's like $300. I've gotten people to pay $500. Houston, I will say, I made a lot of fucking money outside of the check that I was getting to DJ.
So let me ask you this question then. What is the cost for playing a song that you know will fuck up the set and clear the room out, clear the vibe? What is that number?
It's all dependent on like how the person acted, you know, like, did they come up? Were they cool? Did they have something to say? Like, you know, I'll cut you a break if I like you, but like generally a song that I just know is going to flop and kill my room, $500, because I don't want to do it. I don't even want to do it for 100. I don't want to do it for 2. I don't really even want to do it for 5, but I will, because
it's $500.
Why not? you're gonna pay it. Yeah,
I'll
like
get it back.
yeah, it's not that big of a deal for me. I don't want to do it. That's why the price is up here. But if you're dumb enough to pay it, like, all right, fine, let's do it.
Let me ask you a question. So, who are two of your favorite, not your favorite, but two of your favorite DJs? One from our city and why, and one from somewhere else.
That's a good question. From Chicago, my favorite DJ, I would have to say, is Heavy.
Okay.
I'd have to say Heavy's my favorite because he's constantly impressing me. He's constantly motivating me, inspiring me. Every time I see him play, his energy's high, his sets are fire. His work with stems is really dope. After stems came out, his mic works good, his presence, his confidence in what he's doing, like, it's all very inspiring and makes me want to be better at what I do. From a different city, really all I know is Houston, I think, right? Or maybe Arizona, I guess. I've been to a lot. I've heard a lot of DJs in Arizona. But I'd say Houston. I definitely have to say Fawn because he opened my eyes to a different style of DJing, maybe.
Which way,
in song selection more than anything. Like, before I went to Houston, my mindset was very like, that's corny. I would never play that. Mm-hmm. That's corny. That doesn't represent me well. And then after being in Houston and seeing all these corny ass songs that he plays and being shocked by what he's creating in that room, definitely opened my eyes and changed my perspective. And like, something that's corny to me, A, why is it corny? Why do I think it's corny? And B, am I servicing a room or am I servicing myself? And I think a DJ set is both of those things, but at different moments. And you have to know when to do what.
Yeah, you got to show and show off.
So
introducing all of that.
I would say that.
Okay, cool. Just wondering, man. I only seen Heavy a few times, and I saw him a bunch during the pandemic, and it definitely all over the place. And from the meticulousness to the graphic works to him being excited about having like new sounds or new effects or new screens or new emojis. It's like, he's really locked in.
He cares. Like, he has passion for what he's doing, and that's a huge thing.
You know, that definitely had me inspired to get into work. It's just like, I know he's putting in Kobe mentality hours into that stuff. So, you know, when I started my show, I'm like, shit, it's gonna take me forever to get that far.
Yeah, he was big. He was huge on the Twitch shit, like in front of everyone, which is crazy. I just had a girl in here talking about Twitch DJs. I don't even think we brought up Heavy one time, and she didn't even mention him. She did a whole dissertation on Twitch DJs, 200 something pages of what it's done for the culture and like all this shit. She got a fucking PhD, interviewed Boy Genius, Flipside, all that. How did she miss Heavy? That's crazy. He was at the forefront of that shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you know, again, it's like even like for me, Shaw did good. Shaw did with crazy good work too. And then, you know, Sean Mack did crazy work. But I think that what it was is like when I was watching Heavy, he didn't have a crazy amount of support from like a fan base, but he had a crazy amount of support from like DJ and musician base. You know, like Sean Mack, was doing his. He was on the news with it. He had, you know, 200 plus people on his Instagram live. You know, and then he had that sweet spot where he played the dusty music to where they're not getting the copyrights on it. So he's, you know, for a while it was going pretty good there.
Yeah, he was crushing it. What was what was the name of his thing? It wasn't Club Quarantine.
Essential.
Club Essential. That's right.
Club Essential.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, Club Essential. Shaw had a crazy graphic package too. I don't know what 3D person he was putting together.
He's nice on graphic design.
Yeah,
he does that shit himself. He's nice.
He was killing that. He was killing that. But Heavy's was like raids. He had the buttons going with the lights. He had talking on a microphone, just the most flawless transitions. Like, that's one thing about him and Protege when it comes to like DJing. It's just like sounds like it's all one song.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, for real.
One song feature, a 1 hour long song featuring 50 artists. But
it's crazy. Yeah, we got. I mean, Chicago's got dope DJs. You know, I think any city you're in, they feel that their DJs are the best, which is standard and acceptable, because you should hold your city close to your chest. You know what I mean? And you should feel like, because you're born there, you grew up there, you learned everything you know there. So it's like, it's got to have a special place for you.
See, I feel like, and I guess it's different for different genres, like, you know, whatever. But I know for the urban thing, I feel like Ferris, DJ Ferris, he created this style. This Chicago. But he created this DJ style that I noticed that a lot of DJs copy, to where it's non-stop energy, non-stop, the most popular part of the song coming directly after the most popular part or the chorus of the last song. And it's like an hour full of, like, you know, all of the words to every song.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So to me, I feel like, and even Protege is like, he, you know, studies some of Ferris's work and whatnot. It's like, that makes our crowds so entitled. So I feel like when I go to other places, like I've did Memphis, I've did Houston, I've done Atlanta, and when I go to those parties and I listen to those DJs that are, you know, the better DJs, it's like they don't have the pressure to maintain, you know, hit after hit after hit, and not even like necessarily being hit, but just like the majority of the room know this song word for word.
Mm-hmm.
And again, to me, that's like how Protege plays too. It's like, you know, I know all of what you like, whether it's hits from this album, this genre, this, you're going to get hit with all things that you know, and then if you get hit something that you don't, it's going to throw you off, and we coming right back.
Yeah. But
that's how I feel like Chicago DJs, you know, have that, because when I DJ in other places, I have room to do, you know,
it feels easy.
It feels easy.
Playing here is like with the weighted vest on.
Yes.
And you go somewhere else, they take that shit off.
100%.
You're just playing. You're just having fun.
You getting texts. I done seen promoters text group chats about DJs. Even me, I done seen managers come to the DJ booth and dictate, like, you got any at the bottle service aspect into it. You know, it's like I'm playing a song and the girl's like, "You didn't see me bringing this bottle out? Like, why would you play that Sexy Red and this is a guy's birthday?" I'm like, I hope you thought that I was watching you light your sparklers and recognizing which person you're taking that to, right, and then immediately switching away from a Sexy Red song
at the perfect time.
Just, I'm glad that you think that I'm trying to mess you up. But
yeah, no. That's hilarious. So. No, yeah, we definitely have some raw ass DJs here. But I will say, like, in Houston, I definitely learned that you can't speed mix. They don't like that shit. They don't want you to play too fast. They want to rap the verse. They might want to rap the second verse. They want to enjoy the song. And I took that. I like that. There wasn't a ton that I liked from Houston that I brought back here with me, but that I took for sure. I enjoy that.
And it's hard. And I've been in a lot of situations where the next song is fire, but the fact that I'm not playing the second verse of the song before disappointed a bunch of people. So I didn't got a and a oh and all in the same crowd, because you know, people do, and in a lot of songs, cherish those second and third verses. Yeah, so that is something I noticed too. Everybody's chilling and vibing other places. We party. I feel like Chicago is like oh no, we want to party and we want the room to be packed and we want a bunch of crazy stuff going on. People better be standing on the furniture, because why are you not standing on the furniture? Your club is not standing on the furniture, it's not going well. So it's like, I need to be elevated. And but you know, I haven't been out of town DJing for a few years anyway. So maybe it's different now.
Could be. I mean, it all depends where you're going, what rooms you're doing. There's so many factors that play into everything, you know? And also, like, playing the room is one thing, and bringing the room into your world is another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all the moment of everything matters too. What time it is, what day it is, what mood everyone's in, what, you know, you might ask some astrology queen, she might tell you Mercury's in retrograde and that plays into it. Some shit like that, you know?
Astrology queen. All the different types of queens.
You might be talking to some witch. There's so much going on. Like, it's all, I don't know. For me, at least, for sure, everything is up and down. One thing is one way at one time, and the next week it's a different thing. And trying to capture, like, trying to wrangle the algorithm of the algorithm itself of a social media platform, or just the algorithm of fucking life, you know? Like, you try and tap into something and you're like, oh, that worked this time, let me keep doing that. That's not really it, you know? Like, have you ever had the best night ever? You played a fucking set that was just immaculate, and then you took your history and you put it into a crate and you're like, that's the set. If I need to fucking turn this room up, I'm going to that set. And then you've played that same shit and it wasn't what it was that one time. It's because nothing is like that. You know what I mean? It's like the real skill of performing, I think, is being in the moment and knowing where to go at what time. You know? And
you gotta you get to take hints, and different rooms give you different hints at different volumes. And you know, but this one thing that when Protege taught me is the setup. It's like a crossover. Like, a crossover is going to be as dangerous as the setup. So yeah, you can cross over hard, but did you already get that person to pre-commit to a different angle, a different move to make that crossover be, you know, more deadly? So the setup for how you're playing is you know, it kind of determines how hard a song is going to hit. And before he like taught me that, I'd be in a lot of different places, like fucking just throw Finito on and like, why is the crowd not yelling and screaming right now? Like, drop Mo Bamba, and it's like, why are y'all not all yelling right now? And it's because you have to prep them, you have to get them ready. Like, you know, where you take them there, take them to the top, and then they'll get there. So. Yeah,
or like Rich Baby Daddy. Huge song, could fucking light the room on fire, but the reality of the song itself, it's not like a high energy song. It's not a Mo Bamba. It's not like, just that song itself is not super high energy. So to make it be a high energy song, it matters what you were playing before it, you know?
Like a lot. What my best song to go to for the biggest reaction, probably surprise you, is Keisha Cole Love.
Oh yeah.
So but if you play it in a dead room without a setup, it won't hit. But if you play it right after you play like a song that, you know, the majority of people will sing out loud, you know, it goes bananas. You can literally just cut the music off and they'll just sing the whole damn thing.
I have played that song and it goes verse, hook, and then I played a different song after that first hook, and people were still singing Keisha Cole, and my shit, it was still playing. I didn't like stop it. So I just got out of what I went into and put Keisha Cole back on because they were still singing.
Man, it's that song is like that, like, We Belong Together to it, just like the We Belong Together vibe is just like, people will sing Keisha Cole's song like it's their song. They created it. They're singing it to somebody who they really love.
Yeah,
and
it's a good song.
Yes, but that's a good example of.
But if they're singing, they ain't drinking, and that's the problem.
You're singing, you're dancing, you're not drinking.
Yeah, if you got room in your mouth to sing, there's room in your mouth to drink tequila.
So, but yeah, that's funny to circle back to that. Oh man.
No, yeah, we where we at, Diamond Cut? How we looking? Damn, time's flying, dog.
I thought we was out like 30 minutes.
We're out here, my boy. We do have to wrap it. I don't want to hold you too long, but
cool.
This is great. I mean, it's always a good pod when you fucking are just flowing and you don't even know what time it's been and whatnot. Your car might be towed by now. I don't know.
Hopefully not.
No, I'm kidding. You're fine. Hopefully you're in a good spot.
Hopefully not, because then I'm gonna need to do another hour and a half now.
Nah, you're fine. Thank you for pulling up, bro. Thank you for dropping gems.
I've been wanting to get on the pod, man. Wanting to get on the pod.
And I don't think I said thank you for the kind words earlier. You were in a flow. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I appreciate that. Thank you. And you were one of the first like DJs to bring me out to DJ a party you were doing. Yeah. You know? I remember that at Gold Coast.
You are literally my favorite DJ until Protege taught me whatever he taught me. Because I used to go to Bottle Blonde before I even like.
I remember you used to have like a mask.
Yeah, we used to wear masks. But I used to just go there and sit there and just listen to you and be like, "What the fuck?" Because my favorite DJ was DJ Trace. So I don't know if you know him, but he has a crazy like scratching technique into mixing into songs and
he's nasty.
But when you were doing it. And I've never, like, people would be like, stop scratching so much. And you were scratching and you were mixing and you were blending half beats to beats after all of the effects. And it was just like nonstop. And then you had high ass energy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was instantly like a fan.
I appreciate it.
So
thank you.
That's how it was. And then that was my birthday, DJ. I appreciate you sliding to that.
That was your birthday. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah. I remember that. That was tight.
But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming through. If you're on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, algorithm activating activity. Let's go, champ. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. Use a lie.